channel. Today we're starting in Genesis with Genesis chapter 1. Let's get rolling. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that light was good, and he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, "Let there be a vault between the waters to separate water from water." So God made the vault and separated the water under the vault from the water above it. And it was so. God called the vault sky, and there was evening, and there was morning, the second day. And God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear." And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds." And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kind, and trees bearing fruit with seeds in it according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the third day. And God said, "Let there be light in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be light in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth." And it was so. God made two great lights, the greater light to govern the day, and the lesser light to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set them in the vault of the sky to give light on the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good, and there was evening, and there was morning, the fourth day. And God said, "Let the water teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the vault of the sky." So God created the great creatures of the sea, and every living thing with which the water teems, and that moves about in it according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and increase in number, and fill the water in the seas, and let the birds increase on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, the fifth day. And God said, "Let the land produce living creatures according to their kind, the livestock, the creatures that moved along the ground, and the wild animals, each according to its kind." And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kind, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea, and the birds in the sky, over the livestock, and all the wild animals, and over the creatures that move along the ground." So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish in the sea, and the birds in the sky, and over every living creature that moves on the ground." Then God said, "I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They will be yours for food. And to all the beasts of the earth, and all the birds in the sky, and all the creatures that move along the ground, everything that has the breath of life in it, I give every green plant for food." And so it was good. And it was so, God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. And there was evening, and there was morning, the sixth day. All right, so chapter 1, in the beginning, God. There's so much tied up in Genesis. And right here we have the creation account. And one of the things that I like to mention is that when I look at this, God created everything with speech. He said it and it was so, and then he saw it was good. He said it and it was so, and he saw it was good. And then near the end, he makes us in his image. And we know that a lot of the character and attributes of God he placed in us. And one of those, I believe, is the creativity, but also the ability to have power in our words. We can build people up or we can destroy people with our words. I don't mean power in our words as in some sort of manifestation of what you want. I mean that we have the power of life and death over someone's spirit in how we speak to them, how we speak about them, how we speak around them. And I also find it interesting that everything in God's creation had an order, and it was not random or chaotic. It was very orderly and by design. And so for me, that sticks out of this first chapter. Let me know if there's anything that sticks out to you. One of the other things that really stuck out, sorry, not to jump back, was often mislooked at is God blessed them, and this is in verse 28. God blessed them and said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground." So God's first command to the first people was to take dominion, to subdue the earth, to take possession, own it, to rule over and be dominant over the creatures of the air, the sea, and the ground, and to be fruitful and increase in number. And I find that interesting because God doesn't do anything by addition. He does everything by multiplication and division. He doesn't add and subtract. So when I think of commands that God has given us, it makes me think that we've been called to be fruitful and multiply, increase in number, not just to have a family, but also in the things that we do, to rule over, to subdue the earth. And that may look different now in a society where subduing the earth may mean something more akin to owning property, or subduing the earth may be being great at your profession, to be fruitful in what you're doing for a profession, not to do something haphazardly, but to actually be great at what you do. So I know this one went a little bit long. There's a lot in Genesis, and oftentimes people don't take the time to do a Bible study in Genesis and kind of go verse by verse, chapter by chapter. They kind of breeze through with kind of the Sunday school short version of Genesis, instead of really sitting in Genesis and seeing what it's telling us. With that being said, again, let me know if there's anything that stuck out for you from Genesis chapter 1. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. That being said, love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.